A very good evening to all of you friends. A very good evening to all of you. So friends, welcome to Gradeup. Let's see in today's class what are the most important things that one should keep in his or her mind for CLAT 2021 entrance examination. So you have an examination tomorrow. And in the next 24 hours, you are done with this examination. It's 7 o'clock today. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, CLAT 2021 is over. And in view of the fact that tomorrow CLAT 2021 by this time is over, is done and dusted for you, I have come today to discuss with you certain very important things. Now, before I begin, let me tell you that CLAT happens once in a year. Once in every year it happens. There will be around 65,000 students appearing for this entrance examination. And as you know, the general seats would be around 2,200 to 2,300 general category seats. So by and large, the competition in this particular entrance examination is very high. It all depends on you. It doesn't matter whether you have studied for the last 1 year, 2 years, or for the last 1 month. At the end of the day, if your score is good, you will get through the top 5 law schools of the country. Now, before I get into what are the things that you must remember, let me first tell you this. That friends, today is not a time when we discuss in detail about what is sedition, what are the important judgments, what are the important legislation. Of course, we will discuss a couple of important laws that were passed in the last 1 year, some important judgments or crucial judgments that were passed in the last 1 year. We are going to talk about that. But before that, all that I would want to tell you guys is that you guys are warriors. You guys are soldiers. You guys have to fight. So do not worry whether you win the battle or you lose the battle. Prepare yourself to fight it out. That's all. Winning and losing depends on various circumstances. Some people might not feel well tomorrow. So does it mean that he's a bad student? No, I do not agree with that. All that I am trying to say, that whether you succeed or you don't succeed in a particular entrance examination depends on various factors. So in today's class, I am going to talk to you about how to score better, how to understand things better insofar as CLAT 2021 examination is concerned, which is scheduled tomorrow. Okay? But before that, Gradeup brings to you a flat 50% off on your Gradeup Super subscription. Use the code SKILL50 so that you get a flat 50% off. Gradeup also brings to you a CLAT 2022 English Language and Critical Reasoning Booster Special course. Get your Gradeup Super subscription and enroll for this fantastic course. In this course, you get all that you require from the scratch beginning for English language and critical reasoning. Gradeup also brings to you a CLAT 2022, a comprehensive course. Hurry up, join these batches today. Get your Gradeup Super subscription today by a 50% off by using the code RAIN50. Gradeup also brings to you a 2-year long program for CLAT 2023 aspirants. So here is a 2-year long program for students who are preparing for CLAT 2023. So let's start. Now friends, a lot of you are worried, saying I have my own Telegram channel and I get a lot of feedback over there. Some people do text me personally and say, sir, I'm little worried. What do we do? Now, my advice to you is do not worry. Face it. If you have worked hard in the last couple of months, tomorrow is the day when you are going to get the result. Tomorrow is the day of fight. So do not worry, do not panic, do not lose your patience. Now all that I'm trying to say is that in the year 2021, the exam tomorrow that you have, the questions will be all passage-based questions, and these questions will be from important legal development. Important legal development. Now, what do you mean by important legal development? What do you precisely mean by important legal development? Significant judgments and important legislation. So the Parliament has passed a number of important laws in the last 1 year. For example, controversial laws. Controversial laws. The farm laws. The farm laws is an example of a crucial legislation which is highly debated today. Even today you see farmers are agitating in Jantar Mantar against the farm laws. So all that I'm trying to say, a student who is preparing for CLAT 2021, which is tomorrow, should be aware of the important laws that the Parliament has passed over the last 1 year. Now, what are the important legislation? What are the important judgments? I will come. But before that, I am going to talk about some important legislations, some important controversial judgments that have been passed in the last 1 year. Now, a lot of you are asking me, yes, so guys, tomorrow when you go, there are a couple of things that I would want to advise you. Number one, wake up early in the morning. Wake up early in the morning. Have good food. Don't go in empty stomach, because there will be some people who will say, no, I will not eat. I will study. Last minute study won't help you. Believe me. Do not panic. Aram se go to the center. Some people will say that my center is 10 kilometers away. Some people will say my center is 20 kilometers away. Some people will say my center is 50 kilometers away. So definitely reach the center beforehand. You should reach the center by 12:30 so that you can enter the center at 1 o'clock. So there is a bell, a long bell, short bell. Those advisories have been provided to you by the consortium, and I'm sure that you have gone through it. So do not worry. Get into the center, wear a mask, carry a sanitizer, do not worry. Now, one more before I forget, please carry a pencil, a black pencil, which should be a little thick pencil, because if you carry a very pointed pencil, then it becomes, you have to, in those OMR sheet, you have to fill those blanks, right? So carry a little thick pencil so that one round only it can be filled. Now keep this in your mind. It is absolutely important that you fill the entire round, those empty spaces. Please keep that in your mind. Am I clear? Number one. Number two, read the question paper very carefully. Read the question paper very carefully. Do not wear those smart watches. No. No smart watch. Am I clear? Okay. Now you can mark those things. Okay. You can carry a flat pen also like these to mark on your OMR sheet. Marking on your OMR sheet, you can use the pen also. So do not worry, but carry something which is that nib should be a little thick so that it becomes easy. Okay. So use a black pen, preferably. Use a black pen, preferably, for marking these OMR sheets. Get used to wearing a mask for 2 hours and solving a question paper. I'm sure that most of you have practiced it during solving your mock test. So during mock test, I'm sure some of you have definitely worn a mask and have solved a mock test. That will give you a flavor of how to solve question answer even after wearing a mask. Thirdly, and very, very importantly, do not panic in the examination center. Suppose a question is doubtful. Suppose you have a question which is given to you and you think that the question is wrong. Do not waste time asking the invigilator, sir, is the question right or wrong? He has no authority to clarify your doubt. He has no authority to clarify your doubt. If the question is incorrect, let it be incorrect. Do not waste your time. Now, over the years, what we have seen is that at times CLAT do give wrong questions. At times we see CLAT has given wrong questions. So please do not waste your time. Do not waste your time in clarifying to the invigilator about a particular question, which people do. You can wear a face shield also, but I think a face shield will become a little claustrophobic for you. You can use mask. You can use a 2-shield mask, okay, an N95 mask, as well as those medical masks, okay. Is that clear? Now, apart from that, I would also advise you, do not look here and there. Do not look here and there. Concentrate on the paper. Read the questions before reading the passage. All you are going to get, everyone tomorrow is going to get passage-based question, right? It's all passage-based questions. So read the questions before you start reading the passage. Okay? Am I clear? Now let's start with some important judgments. Let me start with some very, very important judgments, and then I'm going to talk about your other things also. Okay, here is a very important judgment. Ram Babu Thakur versus Sunil Arora. In this very important judgment, the Supreme Court directed political parties to publish pending criminal cases about candidates. That means it is a duty of political parties. It is the duty of political parties to upload in their website information about their candidates relating to pending criminal cases against them. So it was a landmark judgment in which the Supreme Court directed that political parties must publish in their website detailed information about pending criminal cases against their candidates, so that people, before they vote, they know whether a particular candidate has criminal cases against them or not. Is that clear? Very important judgment. So today I'm going to discuss with you very, very important one-liner judgments. Okay, just one line, so you can understand. Okay, next important judgment that I'm going to talk to you about just for a minute is Vinita Sharma versus Rakesh Sharma. In this case, the Supreme Court allowed full co-parcenary rights to daughters in a Hindu undivided family. So daughters can also have co-parcenary rights like sons in a Hindu undivided family. Earlier, the law was only son, only a child, a male child, could get co-parcenary rights in a Hindu undivided family. By virtue of this particular judgment, Vinita Sharma versus Rakesh Sharma, the Supreme Court allowed full co-parcenary rights to be given to daughters. Am I clear? Is that clear to all of you? Next important judgment, right to internet. Aniruddha Bhasin versus Union of India. Now you must have an idea that after 370, Article 370 was abrogated, there was a clampdown on internet in Jammu and Kashmir. So people who used internet for their profession, occupation, trade or business, for example, Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, internet education, everything came to be at a halt. Now, the Supreme Court in Aniruddha Bhasin versus Union of India held that freedom of speech and expression through internet and freedom to practice any profession, occupation, trade or commerce through internet is also guaranteed under Article 19 of the Indian Constitution. Right to occupation, right to trade, right to commerce is a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 19. Now, if tomorrow some people want to use internet for their profession, now today it is all online education. You can watch YouTube because you have internet. But for a long period of time, people of Jammu and Kashmir were deprived of watching YouTube for their education. So the Supreme Court said right to education is right to internet is also a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 19 of the Indian Constitution. Very, very important judgment. So all that I'm trying to say is the fact that if you have an idea about the important legal events that happened in the last 1 year, then it will become easy for you. It will become easy for you for tomorrow's exam. Now, these were some of the important judgments. Now, let's come to the important legislation. The most important legislation, the Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act. Now, Parliament wants to give a lot of power to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, which is generally vested with the elected government. So the Parliament came up with this Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act. If you have gone through the daily legal affairs which I conduct, I have in detail explained to you this particular Amendment Act, the National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act. Very, very important. Next come is the Farms Act, the Farm Laws. Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Facilitation Act. The Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement of Price Assurance and Farm Services Act. So, I'm not right now explaining you all these important legislation. I have already done so in the previous classes. In today's session, I'm just telling you that these are some of the things that you have already an idea about. You already have an idea about these things. So do not miss it. If tomorrow you get something on these topics, do not panic. You have good ideas about all these things. So do not feel afraid. You also have the love jihad laws, the Uttar Pradesh Prohibition of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Act, and the Madhya Pradesh Freedom of Religion Act. The love jihad laws, anti-conversion laws, right? It was a huge controversy in India, if you remember. Again, very recently you had the Assam Cattle Prevention Act, which prevents or regulates cow slaughter in the state of Assam. Am I clear? So these are some of the important laws which a student have definitely read about. So I'm just brushing you up with what happened in the last 1 year and which are the most important things for you. I am not saying that these from here only questions will come, but I am telling you that these are some of the important things, developments that happened in the last 1 year in law. Is that clear? Is that clear? So guys, if you are liking today's session, definitely click on the like button. Okay? Definitely click on the like button if you are liking today's session. Apart from that, we also had the Haryana State Employment of Local Candidates Act. Now, this was a law which provides 75% reservation on jobs for local candidates. So the Haryana government has done. Even the Jharkhand government had also made certain policies. So a huge amount of reservation is provided for local candidates. And again, without forgetting, you must definitely remember the laws relating to sedition and the information technology rules of 2021. Why is Twitter and the government on a very ugly battle with each other? Why is Twitter and the government of India, Ministry of Information and Technology, on a very uncomfortable battle in India? Now, please try to understand. Please try to understand these guys, because these are very, very important things. Okay, am I clear? So all that I'm trying to say, you know how sedition has been used, how sedition laws have been used in the last couple of months, against people expressing their democratic right to freedom of speech and expression. Now, freedom of speech and expression is given under Article 19. And today we see how the government has used sedition laws to curb people who wants to express themselves. So sedition, information technology rules of 2021, these are some of the important things that each and every one of you must and should brush up with before your examination. Now, in case you guys have any doubts, you are most welcome to ask me. In case you guys have any doubts, I'm waiting for your doubts, okay? So I wish you all the very best, guys. Do not worry. Do not panic. Your exam will go really well, and tomorrow we will analyze the question paper at 5:30 p.m. So at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, we are going to analyze tomorrow's CLAT question paper. Okay? Is that clear? I cannot tell you about the cutoff because I have not gone through the question paper. So once the the cutoff will depend. The cutoff will depend whether the question paper was tough or whether the question paper was easy. Daily legal affairs will definitely be very, very helpful for your entrance examination tomorrow. Okay. Yes, please read the passages carefully. All that I would request is, please read the passages carefully, understand the passage, read the questions very carefully, and only then try to solve the question paper. Okay, read the question paper, read the questions, then so that after reading the questions you know from where the questions are coming. Then you read the passage, you focus on those places where the questions are relevant. Read those things very carefully and start answering. And start with something which you are very comfortable with. Okay. All that I'm trying to say is the fact that You will have to read a lot tomorrow. You will have to read a lot tomorrow. So do not just panic. Okay? And if the question paper is tough, it is tough for all. If the question paper is easy, it is easy for all. So do not worry. Do not come out and say, what is the answer to this question? What is the answer to that question? Do not get yourself more stressed up. Tomorrow evening, I want all of you to do nothing. Have tea or coffee with your parents, with your loved and dear ones back home, and chill. Tonight, do not read anything. Tonight, do not read anything. Just speak to your mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, aunt. Chill. Just chill tonight. Do not worry. Do not study too much tonight. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. So these are some of the things that I wanted to discuss with you. I wish you all the very, very best. May God bless you. May God Almighty give you all the strength and the power to crack tomorrow's examination. You guys are the stars in the sky. So in the language of Pink Floyd, I'm sure that you must have read about or heard about Pink Floyd. Shine all you crazy diamonds. That is what David Gilmour once said. So my dedication to you is definitely work hard. Do not panic. I wish you all the very best. Have patience. Read the questions properly. Read the passages properly. And then come out. Have a fantastic mind and enjoy yourself. You must learn to enjoy sitting for a particular entrance examination. So learn how to enjoy. Okay? I wish you all the very best. See you tomorrow at 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. with CLAT analysis. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. All the very best. God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night.